Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. Believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. Never to suffer would never to have been blessed. And so, being young and dipped in folly, I fell in love with melancholy. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence, as a dream. I was never really insane except upon occasions when my heart was touched. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. There is no exquisite beauty, without some strangeness in the proportion. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity. Science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. With me, poetry has not been a purpose, but a passion. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. Even in the grave, all is not lost. There are chords in the hearts of the most reckless which cannot be touched without emotion. Mysteries force a man to think, and so injure his health. The boundaries which divide life from death are at best shadowy and vague. Who shall say where the one ends, and where the other begins? To elevate the soul, poetry is necessary. I dread the events of the future, not in themselves but in their results. There are some secrets which do not permit themselves to be told. I remained too much inside my head and ended up losing my mind. Experience has shown, and a true philosophy will always show, that a vast, perhaps the larger, portion of truth arises from the seemingly irrelevant. We loved with a love that was more than love. That man is not truly brave who is afraid either to seem or to be, when it suits him, a coward. Man's real life is happy, chiefly because he is ever expecting that it soon will be so. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled, whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. Stupidity is a talent for misconception. Believe only half of what you see and nothing that you hear. Years of love have been forgot, in the hatred of a minute. The idea of God, infinity, or spirit stands for the possible attempt at an impossible conception. There is an eloquence in true enthusiasm. The depth lies in the valleys where we seek her, and not upon the mountaintops where she is found. It is far more easy to get up than to come down. I would define, in brief, the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. Because it was my crime to have no one on earth who cared for me, or loved me. If we cannot comprehend God in His visible works, how then in His inconceivable thoughts, that call the works into being? The best things in life make you sweaty. In the heavens above, the angels, whispering to one another, can find, among their burning terms of love, none so devotional as that of mother. Happiness is not to be found in knowledge, but in the acquisition of knowledge. I smiled, for what had I to fear? That pleasure which is at once the most pure, the most elevating and the most intense, is derived, I maintain, from the contemplation of the beautiful. It will be found, in fact, that the ingenious are always fanciful, and the truly imaginative never otherwise than analytic. And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted, nevermore. Decorum, that bugbear which deters so many from bliss until the opportunity for bliss has forever gone by. In our endeavors to recall to memory something long forgotten, we often find ourselves upon the very verge of remembrance, without being able, in the end, to remember. The agony of my soul found vent in one loud, long and final scream of despair. Convinced myself, I seek not to convince. Love like mine can never be gotten over. The pioneers and missionaries of religion have been the real cause of more trouble and war than all other classes of mankind. To him, who still would gaze upon the glory of the summer sun, there comes, when that sun will from him part, a sullen hopelessness of heart. On the morrow he will leave me as my hopes have flown before. A feeling, for which I have no name, has taken possession of my soul. To die laughing must be the most glorious of all glorious deaths. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. The memory of the past happiness is the anguish of today.